Hi, my name is Mia Shante, owner of Lift and Flow Performance. Today, I'm going to show you two key phases on how you can reach your very first push-up or level up your already existing push-up. Okay, so the very first thing, most people think to start with a push-up, you want to start on your knees. Let me move this out the way. They'll want to start down here and start doing these. The problem with that is that it doesn't actually train you how to use your entire body. As much as the push-up is an upper body dominant exercise, your legs and your butt, your hips, all that stuff is 100% included. I would say 40% of the movement is everything other than just your arms. So how do we train that if you can't do it on the floor? Well, you find a level that works for you. If you're at home, here are some key things. You can try move the cushions off your couch, do the base of the couch. You can try then the coffee table if it's a little bit higher than the base of the couch. You then have the arm of the couch, and then you then have the kitchen counter. If you get all the way to the kitchen counter and it's still difficult for you, there's a phase 0 to this before you reach phase 1. But for now, one of those levels will work for you. Today, I'm just going to use a low bench. So we're going to get in our push-up position here. When I say push-up position, I want you to get your body in a straight line. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades down toward your bottom. You're going to tuck that pelvis under, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, and then you're going to slowly begin to lower your body down. Something to think about when you begin your push-up. You'll know you found the right level. One, not only will you be able to push yourself back up, but you want to make sure you bend those elbows first before you bend or flex at the shoulder blades. So common person when they do push-ups may do this and then go down, right? You see how my shoulder blades come in first? My head is drooping. I want you to squeeze those back muscles nice and tight. Bend at your elbows first. Your shoulder blades will naturally follow. Something else to pay attention to is the position of your elbows. Most people will flare their elbows out to the side like a T. You don't want to do this one. Instead, you want to turn those elbows in and have them about 45 degrees from your body, like an arrow. You may now also be wondering, where do you place your hands? You're going to place them at whatever position feels the most comfortable on your shoulders. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, that's phase 1. Phase 1 is finding your level, perform the push-up as it is, and just do it at the level that makes sense for you. Phase 2, let's say you're knocking out 20 of these, or you get to 10, and you want to start making your way down toward the floor. If you're at the kitchen counter, then you're going to try the level right below that. That would be the arm of the couch. And you're going to perform something that we call negatives. Again, we're getting in our push-up position. We're going to lower down nice and slow, squeezing everything super, super tight. Everything is nice and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Low all the way down. Instead of pushing back up, drop your knees. Keep your toes down. Push yourself up. So the focus is on the lowering of the movement. And then you make yourself a little bit lighter by dropping your knees, and you can push yourself back up. The reason for this is the push-up part is usually the hardest, but you can train those muscles in the same way by just focusing on the negative part of the push-up. And before you know it, when you're able to do 10 negatives, you'll probably be able to do at least one that you can push all the way up. And then your programming can be 9 negatives, 1 push-up, 8 negatives, 2 push-ups, 7 negatives, 3 push-ups. You can start playing around with that variation. Or maybe day 1 you do incline, and then day 2 you'll do negatives. You can mix and match. So those are the 2 phases. Now let's say kitchen counter doesn't work for you. So forget phase 1. We are now going to go into phase 0. So phase 0, this is if you've gone all the way up to the kitchen counter and it doesn't really work for you. So we're going to take it down to the floor and we're just going to focus on our plank. That's it. We're going to get in our push-up position. And we're just gonna hold this plank here. We can walk around with it. But what we're focusing on is squeezing all those muscles in the body. Shoulders, back, thighs, abs, butt. Everything is working together. You can even put something low on the floor that you can step on and step back off with your hands. Or if you're at home, you can try it on the stairs. Step on top of the stairs, bring it back down. That's phase 0. Eventually, once all this begins to work together and you're no longer, you may find that this may happen. When you're able to hold this position easily, then go ahead and retest that kitchen counter. I promise you it'll work.